What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mike on the Mic, Boston Sports Talk with your host, Mike Molyneux, where I'll be talking everything Boston sports right here on my web show. There's a lot going on in the world of sports when it comes to Boston sports teams, and instead of squeezing it all into this episode right here, I have future episodes coming up in the next couple of days or weeks, mainly focusing on the Patriots and the Red Sox. But this episode right here, I want to focus in on the Celtics and everything that's been going on with them this offseason. Now, before I get into the Celtics offseason and all the moves that they've made and players they brought in, I want to say this thing first. Rest in peace to the Celtics' new Big Three era. KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. The Big Three is no more with the departure of Ray Allen to the Miami Heat. Let me show this real quick. One second. See that? That team that was brought together, that was mainly focused around those three players that I just mentioned. That era is over. Those guys that brought in banner number 17 back to Boston, another championship. That team is over with. We tried to keep it going. Danny Ainge, Doc Rivers, Pierce, KG, they wanted to keep it going for another year, but Ray Allen wasn't having it with all his different issues and problems that he was having with the organization or players or whatever it is that happened between him and the team. Ray Allen chose not to continue his career with the Celtics, and it is what it is. Ray Allen is always going to be one of my favorite players. People's always still going to tell me that I look like the man, but go to Miami, do your thing, Ray. Wish you nothing but the best. I'm still undecided on whether to boo you or cheer you when you come back to the Garden, because you've always been one of my favorite players, but it's tough. We're going to see when Celtics face the Heat in Boston, whenever that is coming up next season. Now, moving on to everything the Celtics have been able to do this offseason. First things first, they bring in what you could kind of consider a Ray Allen replacement in Jason Terry. And, in all honesty, it's a great pickup. Great pickup by the Celtics. You knew with Ray Allen leaving, the Celtics would definitely, or if Ray Allen left, the Celtics would definitely need to find someone to fill his position. And, at first, the main plan that Danny Ainge said was, bring in Jason Terry and Ray Allen. And I thought, in all honesty, that could work, having those two guys play together, whether Ray start or Terry start, it didn't even matter. You guys, two proven players in the league, two scorers, they both can do things a little differently. Jason Terry is more of a ball handler. He can do things when set in isolation plays, where Ray Allen is now more of a come behind screens and picks to get open and hit open shots. That's how his career has evolved since with his time with the Celtics. And Jason Terry, you could say is probably better than Ray Allen at this point of their career. A better all-around shooter. I don't think anybody could take that away from Ray Allen. Greatest three-point shooter of all time. Shoots high percentages every year. That's one thing you can never take away from Ray Allen. But when you bring in a guy like Jason Terry who can shoot pretty well and also create off the dribble for himself, that's definitely a plus. So I think that move to bring in Jason Terry was a great job by Danny Ainge. You bring back Brandon Bass. You bring in Jeff Green. You do the sign and trade for Courtney Lee. Draft a great player in Jared Sullinger. I think Celtics, let me say this. For the last couple of seasons, the Celtics have been trying to reload their bench. And, in all honesty, they've been unsuccessful in doing it. You had years where Nate Robinson, Stephon Marbury one year, different guys that they brought in, and the bench wasn't up to par. Especially since it's not the years where it's KG, Pierce, and Ray were completely dominating. Other than the first year when they was looked to score more of all the points and everything each game. As they get older, Doc Rivers starts to play them in games for less minutes than they were originally playing early in their careers. You need players that's going to come off the bench and really contribute and really put points up on the board. And that's one thing the Celtics weren't able to do the last couple of seasons with their bench and players that they brought in. But I think this year, 2012, 2013, Celtics, definitely have players that can step up with big minutes off the bench and really contribute. If you look at it, the starting lineup is going to consist of most likely Rondo. I'd probably say Jason Terry now, just due to the fact that Avery Bradley might miss the first month or two, dealing with this coming off his shoulder surgeries. Then you got Pierce, and then Brandon Bass will probably start. Then KG at center, after he showed last season and last postseason that moving to center was the best option for him and the team, because he really improved his production greatly with that move. So there's your starting lineup. Then coming off the bench, you got Courtney Lee, great player. Jeff Green, who even though he missed the full season, still think Jeff Green has a lot of potential, and I think he's ready to show that he can live up to all the hype that he had coming into last season, even though he missed it all. So I think he's ready to step up. That's two players right there who I see can definitely contribute and come off the bench next season and easily score, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points off the bench. And that's something the Celtics need moving forward, especially as they're slowly transitioning. Because when you look at it, the only two real players on the team that is real old now is KG and Pierce. Ray Allen was the oldest at 36, 37, and he's gone. So it's really KG and Pierce there. And Doc Rivers not going to, run them into the ground, playing them a lot of minutes. So these guys are going to come off the bench and can contribute. Then you have Sellinger, who I think should be backing up the power forward position, backing up Brandon Bass. And I think through the Summer League, his play, I've watched all the games. I think through the Summer League, he's shown that he's ready to contribute at the NBA level. Still surprised me that the fact that he dropped down to the 21st pick to the Celtics. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'll take a Sellinger, throw him in right off the bench. And there you go, solid bench. You get Avery Bradley back, whether it be a month or two into the season. Then you have a bench coming in of Courtney Lee, Avery Bradley, or Jason Terry. Either way, it doesn't matter. That combination right there is just a great mix of a revolving Jason Terry, Courtney Lee, Rondo, Avery Bradley. What a backcourt we have right there. And I think it's going to do great things for the Celtics. They got a little younger. Jason Terry's not that young. He's, mid-30s, but he's still showing that he could play. Courtney Lee, Avery Bradley. It's just a great team that we got built up going to next season. I think Danny Ainge did an excellent job. This is probably the best offseason I've seen the Celtics had since the year they acquired KG and Ray. And they brought in good supporting players that year. And I think this is probably the best offseason they had since that year. So I got to give it up to the Celtics. And I know they're going to be having a great season coming up. I look forward to the matchup with Miami Heat again in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I feel like the team that we got put in place this year will definitely be able to hang with the Miami Heat, whether it be with our starting lineup or the bench. I don't feel that Ray Allen or Rashard Lewis or whatever other players the Heat brought in will really be that big of a factor in putting them over the hump again and automatically lead to them to the NBA Finals. I think the Celtics definitely will put up a much bigger fight. Even though they did an excellent job last postseason with the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think this year, I'm expecting a little difference here. So I'll look forward to that. I think it's going to be a great NBA season coming up, and I'm ready for the Celtics, baby. Bring on October, November, December. Let's go. Let's get these games rolling. But I mean, I look forward to having the next couple episodes. Talking about the Patriots and their expectations coming up next season, and the state of the Red Sox. That team. Boy, do they suck. But I mean, who knows? There's still a lot of baseball left. So, future episodes of Mike on the Mic, Boston Sports Talk coming up. Thanks for watching.